Okay, good night, everybody. In today's session, we're going to talk about Cambridge C1 Advance. This is our seat encounter. And remember, girls, that we're currently developing the task two. This is a part. This session is part of task two. And remember, please don't forget to take a screenshot of this encounter in order to complete your journal for this task. Well, um, this Cambridge C1 Advance is your task 4. Okay, remember that you have the initial activity. The second one that are these English session. The third one, which was debate, and the fourth activity for the course is the interview for a Cambridge C1 Advance. Okay, so remember that you have to subscribe for this activity. I don't know if you already did this part. You have to date the interview in order to present this activity. Do you already subscribe for a date to present this activity?
No, teacher. Teacher,
Yes, teacher. I
the
already. Sorry.
teacher, the interview is gonna be with you.
Not
Oh,
exactly. I just have like four dates in the schedule. I don't know which days they are, but there are several tutors, or in this case, several interviewers.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm gonna look for you.
and you need to the interview is going to be an interview with another mate. It will be the interviewer, so the teacher or the tutor, you and another mate from this
Okay.
will last 15 minutes. So I want to what I want you to, that you have clear this part. The interview is only 15 minutes. You are
Okay.
watching the screen. As you are watching the screen, the first part is conversing about yourself. In this part, you will have to answer some questions according to things related to you and your environment, like maybe family, your work, your hobbies, and things like that. Um, in the second part, you have to show your ability describing some pictures. In there, you will have a set of pictures in will you need to describe or maybe answer a specific question. Okay. The third part
Mm.
is a conversation with the other person that is with you in the interview. Okay. So in this moment you will have like maybe like 4 minutes, and the interviewer will present a topic or a graphic with a question and several ideas around that question. So you have to speak about that topic, but you and the mate that is sharing the interview with you. Okay, that's the idea. And the fourth part is a moment in which you will deepen in the topic that you were speaking in the third part. Okay, so those are the four parts of this interview. So, but you have to take in mind that each part have a specific time. The first one, in which you will be asked about question about yourself, um, it will last like 1 minute per student. The idea with the time is that you take advantage of the time and try to show your abilities, your vocabulary in every moment of this interview. Okay, so for example, maybe in the first moment, the interviewer will ask, I don't know, maybe Francie, the interviewer asks you, where are you from? A simple way to answer that question is, I am from, I don't know, Cartagena. But remember that you've been scoring the tutor is scoring your ability in the language. So you have to be like uh, try to give a more complex answer in order to show your abilities in the language. So a simple way is, I am from Cartagena, but a better way is, I am from Cartagena, which is a city located in the north coast of Colombia, and it is a really beautiful place. You know, that's that you have to do in this kind of interview. Try to give more information in order to show your vocabulary and use correctly the time, because uh, it is not like that you have to speak for 1 minute, but um, try to answer and to give better answers, and the tutor will ask more questions, but just in 1 minute. But the idea is not to answer just one question. The idea is to answer several questions with a lot of information. Okay, trying to show that you know a lot of vocabulary, that you can have a conversation with another person, because you know C1 is like almost an advanced level of English. So try to show that you have those ability in the language. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, teacher, I am
Uh,
ready. Signed up. And I will have my mock, Cambridge mock in Friday, May 6th at 19:20 p.m. the next Friday.
okay. So okay.
I
So
will have.
remember that it is just 50. You have to try to show those abilities, those competences with the speaking, because this kind of test, international test, score all the four abilities. But as we are developing English conversation, we are going to be focused on the speaking. So what we want you is to know your vocabulary, your range of vocabulary, your fluency, and those kind of competence of the speaking. Okay. Well, for example, Marlene, could you move the next uh, to the next page, please? Okay. So these are some possible questions that can be asked in the first part. So the interviewer will start with the greetings, and after that he or she will start with some question. Uh, in the example that I gave you, um, well, yeah, where are you from? So this is a simple question, and this question usually have a simple answer, but the idea is not to be simple, you know. You have to show that you know vocabulary, that you can give very answers to to simple questions. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So now let's do an example with Liliana and Francie. Okay. So I'm gonna take the time and I'm gonna try to ask question, simple question about yourself, about you, about what you do, about your hobbies or interests and things like that. And you have to try to answer those questions in not in a simple way, but in a more complex way. Okay,
Okay, teacher, how many
trying
time we
to
have?
give more 1 minute. So try not to speak, to concentrate in just one question. So I'm gonna ask to each one of you, okay? Each one of you will have 1 minute, okay? But let me take the time.
Okay, teacher. Okay, Liliana.
No, Francis, no,
What did you do?
wait, Francis, wait.
Okay.
The idea is not to your mate make ask question to you. The idea is that interviewer in this part will ask the question, okay? The only one moment in which you're going to speak with your partner is the third part, and often in the fourth part. But the interview is the only one who is going to guide the test. Okay, so we have the time here. Chronometer. Okay, so just 1 minute, and I'm going to start with Francie. Okay. Hello, Francie. How are you doing today?
Class for the next week. For because one
Francie, I'm not listening to you.
interest. Yeah.
I'm not listening to you.
I
More time, okay?
yeah.
Listening
Okay, teacher. In
to
this
you.
moment, I am study for one interview that
Interview.
I have in the next week. Interview I have the next week, because this is important for the time in my course of English 7.
Okay, so okay, I'm gonna continue with Liliana. And now when I finish with Liliana, I'm gonna give you a feedback, okay?
Could you repeat the question, teacher, please?
Okay. Hello, Liliana. How are you?
I'm a little sick.
Yeah, I listen. And where are you from?
Okay, teacher, I'm born in Bogota City, the capital city of Colombia, but I prefer to born in another city because this city is very cold all the time it's raining, and there are a lot of traffic jam, and it's a high, there are high insecurity, and sometimes it's dangerous. For example, when you go out in the night, you have take um I don't know to say, you have to take uh, take care of yourself from the
Okay, fine.
thieves.
Let's finish there. So Liliana and Francis. So you have to be concentrate and thinking that you will have just 1 minute or 2 minutes, no more than that, to answer some questions. So you last 1 minute and you just answer one question, Liliana. So the idea is that you give a little more information in the answer, but try not to use all the time in that question, in that answer. Try to give an answer with a little more of information and thinking that you need to answer a couple of questions more. Okay? And Francis, the
Teacher,
same. Yes,
but the question it was, where are you from?
exactly.
And
So,
there are another question. There
yeah,
is another
because
question.
it would be more question. Yeah, it would be more question, but this is an example. And I was taking the time in order to see how you could answer to this question in order to give you a feedback. And the idea, I was planning to ask at least 3 questions, but you took too much time answering the first one. Okay, so the idea is don't let that happen in the interview, because as I was telling you, the interview is only it will only last 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes go quickly. So you have to give the answer and also give add a little more of information to that answer, but always waiting for another question and thinking that you will have just 1 minute and you need to answer like 3 questions in this moment. Okay.
Okay.
And Francis, okay, yeah, and Francis the same. Um, the tutor will ask you what do you do or something like that, and according to that question and that answer, the tutor will ask a little 2 question more. So you have to try to be specific with the questions. Try to pay attention to hear clearly what the tutor asks the question in order to respond if an question. Okay.
Thank you.
Uh, and this in this PDF you will find some question that could be asked in the real interview. Yeah, these are like an example, but maybe you could be asked to answer for these questions or something similar to this question, because the idea in this part, in the first part, is talking about you. So the questions are going to be
Teacher,
related to your environment, to the things that you do, and things like that.
teacher,
Yes, Liliana, tell.
I have a doubt, because
Mhm.
I little confused. And in order to the interviewer ask me a question, but
Mhm.
I answer in how long time, or a short answer, or I need to wait if the interviewer asks me another question for the same topic. I
Well,
confused about that.
okay, Liliana. The interview is divided in four parts. The first one is like a presentation. It's like if you were introducing, but the tutor is the person who will ask for the information that he considered that he needs in the interview. So in this part, in this specific part, you will have like 1 minute or 2 minutes to answer some questions about you. The idea is that you don't focus on answering just one question. The idea is that you answer like 3 or 4 questions in those 2 minutes, but you have to be like, the idea is not to extend so much in the answer, but give the answer and add a little more information. Okay, but don't take all the time in answering that question. Okay.
Uh, okay, I understand you,
Okay.
teacher.
Okay, so we have the second part. Marlene, let's go to the next page. Well, well, in the second part, this part lasts for around 4 minutes. In each candidate will be asked to speak for 1 minute about two pictures during this time. Okay, so, and then the other one will be asked about one picture, and this person will use only 30 seconds to give that answer. And then in the second set of pictures, the person who spoke for 30 seconds will speak for 1 minute, and the person who speak for 1 minute will speak for the person who spoke for 1 minute will speak for 30 seconds. Okay, do you understand this part? This is a little confused.
No, teacher.
Yeah. So in this part, um, there will be two sets of pictures. Okay, in this part you will speak about those pictures. So remember that in the interview there are two candidates. Okay, so let's call candidate A and candidate B. So candidate A will speak about those pictures in 1 minute, and candidate B will speak for 30 seconds about those pictures. So that in the first set of pictures. So after that set of pictures, you will have another set of 3 pictures, and the candidate B who spoke for 30 seconds in the first set of picture will speak for 1 minute in this time, and the other candidate who spoke for 1 minute in this part will have, it's like to make a balance. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
uh like for about the pictures or question about those pictures. So Marlene, help me please to the next page in order to show the set of pictures. For example, this first set of pictures have two questions. So in here, you won't speak in a general way, but you have to answer those questions. So If the pictures has question, remember that the first one or the first candidate will speak or will answer in a specific way the first question, and that person will have 1 minute to give that answer. The idea is not just to give an answer and let the time runs. No, that's not the idea. The idea is to speak for all the 1 minute. Okay, because what the teacher is looking for is your speaking, trying to listen your speaking, your vocabulary, how you structure your ideas, how do you express your idea, how you organize your speaking. So that's what we want, and that's why you need to speak for the time or that time that it is given to you in the interview. Okay.
Teacher, and the candidate need to or have to choose just one picture.
The idea is well, this can be up to the teacher, but um, there are examples in which the first candidates speak about two pictures. Well, in this set of picture, we can speak about the first one could be the one for the B for the candidate B, and the last two pictures could be for the candidate A, because they are organized like that. Or maybe the tutor could tell you what pictures you're going to talk about. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
One question, teacher.
Mhm.
The picture I have give him.
No, the tutor
All
will present the pictures.
Okay, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Yes, the all the information that is going to be used in the test is going to be presented by the teacher or the tutor, because it's like you're not going to prepare anything. You just need to be ready to use your vocabulary. So these are some examples that you can of what you can see in the interview. Okay. So in this phase, we're going to make the example with Gabriela and Marlene. So Gabriela will be candidate A and Marlene will be candidate B. So remember, Gabriela, in this set of pictures, you will answer the first question talking about uh, the two last pictures, okay? And Marlene will have 30 seconds to answer the question about the first picture. Okay, Marlene?
Okay,
I don't
teacher.
understand.
Who, Marlene?
Yes, I don't understand this
Yes,
question.
Marlene. Okay. So in this second part of the interview, the tutor will present some pictures, three pictures. And then you and your partner will choose maybe your position, if you're the first one or the second one. And the first one in this first set will speak for 1 minute about the pictures, or he have to answer a question about pictures that the tutor is presenting in the interview. And then answer a question about in there is in other set of picture person who spoke for 30 seconds. Now in the second set, we'll have 1 minute to talk about the pictures. And the person who spoke for 1 minute in the first set will have 30 seconds to speak about those pictures. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Do you understand, Marlene?
Yes.
Okay, so uh, the idea is it could be two ways of in these parts. There could be a question, or maybe you could speak in a general way about the pictures. But for in this example, there are two questions. So it means that you have to answer. Uh, it is showing in the PDF the first person who is going to speak about the pictures in 1 minute is the first question, and the person who's going to speak for 30 seconds have to answer the second question. Okay.
So, teacher, the first question is the one that it says,
Mm-hmm.
like, I would like you to compare two of the pictures and say why the people might be doing these themes together.
Exactly. So you have to speak about that specific question and in 1 minute. Okay. Not just give just one reason and to be quiet, waiting the time to finish. No, that's not the idea. The idea is to use the whole minute to speak or to give your reasons or your answer to that question. Okay, and Marlene the same. You will have 30 seconds to give your answer to that question.
Okay.
Okay, and then when we finish this part, Marlene go to move to the next page and do the same, but I don't know, Gabriela is going to be the candidate A or candidate B
A.
or Marlene? Eight, okay. So in the next page, you will be candidate B. So you will have 30 seconds to answer the second question, okay? And Marlene will have 1 minute to answer the first question in the next page, okay? Marlene,
Okay.
but I don't know if Marlene is listening.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the time and Gabriela is going to answer the first question. Um, about yeah, about all the pictures. Let's do like that, all the pictures.
All the
Okay?
pictures. Okay.
Yeah. Take into account all the pictures to answer this question. So you will have 1 minute. Okay?
Okay.
Start now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
On the first picture, we can see is many people doing a cave. I think that they might be doing those themes because there are maybe a big party. Um, in the second picture, I can see people enjoying ice skating, and I think they might be doing that because it's winter, it's cold outside, and in this season we can go ice skating, and it is so much fun. And in the third picture, I can see like a band, and they are playing trumpets. And I think they might be doing that because they're celebrating a special occasion, a holiday, or maybe a party, or maybe its favorite team, football team or baseball team won. And they look happy, so I think they might be doing that because they're having fun and they like to play.
Okay, Gabriela, that's good. Continue,
Okay.
Marlene. The second question. Marlene?
Describe the pictures.
Yeah. Look at the second question in the PDF and answer that question according in 30 seconds.
Mhm. In 3 seconds, I must speak
Okay.
about 3 pictures.
Yeah, but look question that in the PDF. The second
Okay.
question, you have to give the answer to that question according to the pictures in 30 seconds.
Okay. In the first pictures, they are some bakers working together on the delicious case. I think they have fun in their work. And the second picture, I see some people sketching on the ice. They wear work clothes because they are in a very cold place.
Okay, Marlene, time. The time is finished. So let's move to the other page, to the next page.
Speech?
Yeah, next page.
Teacher, I have a question. The interviewer ask ask us the question, a specific question, because in this case I can't see the question.
Yeah,
The letter is uh,
is
very
small.
little. Yes, it's very small. I can read the questions.
Marlene, could you give a little zoom to your screen, please?
But my doubt is in the real mock, the interviewer give us the question in order to
Yes.
talking about the pictures.
Yes, it could be in two ways. The tutor could ask to give, sorry, a question, to ask a question, or to ask for you to speak in a general way about the pictures. Like in this moment, you can describe the pictures, compare the pictures among them, use your imagination to talk about the pictures. But if the tutor make a specific question about the pictures, you have to answer that specific questions, not just talking and talking in a general way about the pictures. If there is a question, you have to answer the question in the moment that you have for this task. But if there is no a question, you could speak and you use your imagination to speak about those pictures. Okay?
Okay, teacher. And why the candidate A have more time than candidate B?
Okay. So the thing is that in this phase, in this part of the activity, there will be two sets of pictures. So in this first one student have 1 minute and the second have 30 seconds. But there will be another set of pictures and the person who has only 30 seconds now will have 1 minute and the person who has 1 minute now will have 30 seconds. Okay? In
Okay.
order
There
to
is
make the
interchange.
balance.
There is interchange.
Exactly.
Okay.
There
Thank
is an
you.
interchange, yeah. Okay. So Marlon, please move to the next page. Yes, you see, this is the second section of the pictures, Liliana. Oh well, this is an example, but it will be like that.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
so
teacher.
so now, for example, Gabriela spoke for 1 minute about the picture, so now she will have just 30 seconds. And Marlene spoke for 30 seconds in the first section of pictures, and now she will have 1 minute. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Marlene, are you ready?
Yeah. In the first
Okay, so,
picture, in this first picture,
okay, but
I see the man
listen,
in the desert.
the,
I believe I place
Marlene, are you listening?
yeah.
Can you listen to me? Okay, yeah. Look, in the PDF, there are two questions. So you will answer the first question and Gabriela will answer the second question. The idea is that you will answer your first question in 1 minute and Gabriela will answer the second question in 30 seconds. Okay?
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
these pictures or another pictures.
Yes, these figures and
Okay.
the first question. How might the people be feeling? So the people of the pictures. And Gabriela will answer, why might they be in these situations? Okay?
Yeah. Uh, Gabriela.
Yeah.
No, no, listen, Marlon, listen. In this part, you won't speak with Gabriela. You have to answer. You have to answer the first question that it is in the that is in the set of pictures, and Gabriela will answer the second question in 30 seconds. You will have now 1 minute because in the last set of pictures you have only 30 seconds. And Gabriela will have 30 seconds because she in the last yeah set of pictures she had 1 minute to speak. Okay.
Yeah. Mm, okay. In my opinion, the first person, Gabriela, there is a man near on the rocks because he is in a desert. My question for you is do you think the desert is a beautiful place?
Okay, listen, let's try it again. In this part you won't uh, ask question to your mate. You will have 1 minute, Marlene, to speak or to answer a question about the pictures. So you have to use your imagination to use that minute in order to keep speaking until the teacher stops you. Okay?
Mm, I speak the all the
Yeah,
pictures, the three pictures.
yeah. But remember, if there is a question, it means that you have to answer that question in 1 minute. But if there's
Mm,
not a question and the tutor asks for you to speak in a general way about the pictures, you just have to speak about what you see in the pictures for 1 minute. Okay? But in this example, there is a question. So the first question is for you.
I.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the second question is for Gabriela. So you have 1 minute to speak or to answer this question according to the pictures, and Gabriela will have 3 seconds to answer these questions also according to the pictures.
Okay. So I three. I see that three pictures in every age. There are three persons. Mm, one person is in a desert, in any place, in the world. And the second picture, um, there is a man on the mountain, I believe, on the mountain, on the rocks, in a place beautiful for me, but uh, it's a place cold. And the third picture, there is a man. Uh, he used a hat
Okay,
on the
Marlene,
head.
time. Marlene, time. So continue, Gabriela, 30 seconds.
Okay, I can see a man like a desert and a mountain and by the ocean, and I think they might be in that situations because they love to travel and they are exploring some places. So I think for that reason they might be in those situations. So they are having great time by themselves, just exploring and sightseeing out there in the mountain, in the desert, by the beach. So I think they are very happy exploring over those places.
Okay,
And
time, Gabriela. Okay, excellent, Gabriela. Okay, so, Francis, you raised your hand a couple of minutes ago. Do you have a question or something? Or
No, teacher, I, I,
it was an accident?
start, excuse me.
Okay, okay, Francis. So, Marlene, what you have to do in this phase is to answer the question. For example, the question is, how might the people be feeling? So you have to talk about the feelings that you can imagine. You can use your imagination. So you have to speak about the feeling that you think those persons have in this in each pictures. Okay, that's the idea. Okay,
teacher,
and
sorry,
try.
teacher,
Yes,
sorry to
Gabriela.
interrupt. I need to go. Is that okay?
Okay, Gary, don't worry, don't
Okay,
worry.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Gary. Okay, Marlene. The idea is that you speak about what is asking in the question. For example, the question said, "How might the people be feeling?" So you see that that the interviewer is asking about the feelings of those people in the pictures. So the idea is not to talk one by one picture, but speak in a general way. Wait, uh, in here they are asking about feelings. So you could start answering. They are feeling happy because they don't want to be alone, just to think about them and things like that. Yeah, use your imagination in order to recreate the situation that they are having in the moment and how they feel for live in that situation. That's the idea in the part of the pictures. Okay. Do you understand, Marlene?
Yeah. I
Okay,
must I
Liliana,
must ask
mhm.
the two questions.
No, the idea is that you will have the interview with another mate. So in the part of the pictures, this is the second part of the interview. So in the part of the pictures, uh, you will have two sets of pictures. And in the first one, it could be two questions, one for each one of you. And in the second set of pictures, there will be two questions, and it is again each one for you, for each one of you, one for you and one for your partner. But You will answer those questions with a specific time. The first one in the first set will have 1 minute, and the second one will have 30 seconds. So in the second set of pictures, the person who had 1 minute now will have 30 seconds, and the person who have 30 seconds in the second set will have 1 minute. Okay. But you don't have to answer to ask question to your mate, but only answer the question that is being asking to you. Okay, and you will have that time to answer that question.
Okay.
And
Uh,
try to
I
to to
might
speak. Uh-huh.
I must uh, I must do a question for my classmates in this moment.
No, 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 no. You don't need to make a question to ask a question for your partner in the moment of the pictures. In the moment of the pictures,
Uh,
in the interview, you will ask about you will answer a question about the picture. You need to speak about those pictures by you alone have to speak or that
o sea, en esta parte no es
that is
hablar
being asked
sobre
to answer. Okay.
las figuras y en una conversación con el compañero y luego
No,
hacerle una
no,
pregunta.
no, 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 no. En el- ahora voy a explicarte esa partecita en español. En esta parte, en la segunda parte, tú no tienes que hacer una conversación con la otra persona, no. En esta parte, tú solamente tendrás 1 minuto para responder la pregunta que se te está haciendo de acuerdo a las imágenes que te están mostrando. ¿Sí? Entonces, como son dos sets de imágenes. ¿Sí, Francis?
Lo que decimos, que son dos
¿Cómo,
secciones.
Francis?
La primera es para el A y las son secciones, exactamente lo que se estaba explicando, pues que son dos secciones. La primera, la parte A, y la segunda es la parte B.
Exacto,
La parte
digámoslo
A, un
así,
minuto para
en la
la
primera
respuesta
parte,
y así.
exactamente, en la primera sección de imágenes, digamos que el candidato A, por decirlo, tendrá 1 minuto. Y es como exacto, como dice Francis, en la primera parte el tiempo será enfocado al candidato A y en la segunda parte de imágenes el tiempo será enfocado a la parte B, pero en ambos secciones de imágenes van a participar los dos estudiantes, pero uno en el primer set tendrá 1 minuto y el otro 30 segundos y en el segundo set de imágenes el primero tendrá el que tuvo 1 minuto en el anterior set, no, ahora tendrá 30 segundos y el que tuvo 30 segundos en el set anterior, ahora tendrá 1 minuto. Pero no van a generar una conversación entre ustedes, no. Puede ser que el profesor les pida que hablen en una forma general de las imágenes o que en su defecto respondan una pregunta específica, pero de acuerdo a las imágenes. Entonces, en este momento, you have to use your imagination in order to describe what you are watching in the screen, in the pictures. Okay, as in the example, you're being asked about the feelings of those people in the pictures. So you have to imagine how those people are feeling by doing those activities that they are doing in the pictures. So use your imagination and speak for 1 minute about the feelings of those persons. Don't try to describe each one of the pictures, because if you start to describe each one of the pictures, you won't use the time correctly, because maybe when you start to speak about the second pictures, your time has finished. Okay?
O sea, digamos en la primera parte, el candidato A escoge
Mhm.
una de las figuras y habla sobre ella, ¿sí? En un minuto. Y luego el candidato B en
Exacto.
30 segundos habla en forma general de las tres.
Puede ser, es que podría ser que hables de dos imágenes y el candidato que va a hablar 30 segundos hable de una sola imagen. O puede que sean las tres imágenes. Pero entonces la idea es eh, destacar los aspectos similares de acuerdo a la pregunta para hacer una sola respuesta y no usar, digamos que imagen por imagen, porque si usas imagen por imagen para dar la respuesta,
Tiempo por chance.
con la primera se te acaba el tiempo. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher, I understand that it depends of the moderator.
Exacto.
If he asks you to talk in a free way,
Exacto.
or answer the question that he or she gave
Exactly. And a
us.
specific question. For example, I can ask Liliana, please talk about these pictures. What you see in those pictures, and you use your imagination to talk about what you are.
Yes. Could be he or
Now
she ask me
have to first
for
of
yes. Maybe the moderator asked me to talk about all of pictures or just one.
exactly. It could be about two pictures, all pictures, or just one pictures.
Yes, teacher, I understand.
So you have to be ready and be smart, because if you try to 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 describe each one of those pictures, uh, you won't you will finish with your time in the first picture because you will concentrate in one picture. But for example, this set of pictures have many similarities. They are in the natural field. They are alone. They are making a free activity. They are, we could say that they are making sports. Okay. So this is like the similarities that they have in the picture. So you have to use those similarities in order to take advantage of the time and use the minutes or the 30 seconds correctly. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Francis, do you understand?
It's clear for me.
Okay, Francis and
For me,
Marlene. So now, okay, Francis and Marlene, do you understand?
Yes, is my clear for me in now.
Okay, Marlene. So, but don't worry, if you have
teacher,
a doubt,
excuse me,
you can write tomorrow and I can
I
help.
can go.
Do you need to leave?
Teacher,
Well,
excuse me, I can go.
well, Francis, if you need to leave, it's okay, but we're just finishing. I'm gonna explain the two final parts in order to finish the encounter, is because we already have more than 1 hour in here. Okay? I don't know if you could stay. So
I
the
Everyone,
can,
third
I
part,
for me, no problem. I can
okay,
continue.
okay, Marlon. So let's move to the third part, Marlon, please. So, well, Liliana and Marlene, in this part, we will have a graphic, and in this graphic, we in the middle will have a question, and around that question, we will have some ideas or keywords. In this part, you have to make a conversation with your mate. In this part, you do have to speak with your mate. Okay, so you will have the graphic. You will watch the graphic for maybe 15 or 20 seconds in order to concentrate and get the ideas or question that you could make to your mate to start the conversation. So in this part will last 4 minutes. No more than that. You will have 4 minutes in this part in order to speak about the topic that the teacher will present in the for this phase. Okay. Is it clear this part? Liliana and Mark?
Kinda, not
Kind of?
much. Kinda, yes.
Yes, well, so in
Each
this part,
each candidate has 4 minutes.
no, both of you have to speak to have the conversation between you in 4 minutes. So this is in this part, the activity of or the interview is a collaborative work, a collaborative part, because the conversation is between you and your mate. So you will have a topic and you have to speak about that topic, trying to answer the central question of the graphic. Okay? In this part, no, it's not just in, so you have to give your
Excuse me.
opinion and
In this
to
part,
your
the
mate,
two
and your mate
people,
have to answer. Yes, Marlene.
uh, in this part, the two people talk about a topic.
Yes, but the topic is going to be presented by the tutor. So
Uh,
these are the example. What you're watching in the screen are the example of how the teacher is going to present that topic. You see, this is a graphic in which we have a central box, and in the central box you have a question. So this is the main topic, or the uh, the the the, um, the answer that you have to give at the end of the conversation with your mate. Okay. For example, uh, you see this example. The central question is, what might people have to consider when making this decision? What might people have to consider when making this decision? So you have to start speaking about the decision of making of choosing the things that are around this question. So what you have to consider finding a job, because it's important, because you need to be well paid, and you have to take care of your family with the money that you have from your that you get from your job. So you in this moment you would give your opinion and make a question to your other mate, and then your mate have an opinion and use another keyword or another examples words that are in the graphic to continue with the conversation. But remember, you have to take care of the time and take in mind that it is only 4 minutes, and you have to finish with the solution of the questions that is presented in the graphic. Do you understand? For example, Marlene, move to the next page. please. There is
We
a
have,
bigger. The next one. The next one.
yes, I see better.
The next one, Marlon. Because the example is okay. This graphic. The tutor will show you in the moment of the interview a graphic similar to this, in which you will have one question. You see, how difficult might it be for people to make these hopes and dreams come true? So you start to speak about those dreaming that are around that question and trying to answer the question, trying to get a conclusion to finish the conversation. Okay, try to be specific, not too wide, because if you speak in a general way, you will take too much time, and you will waste your time, and you have to speak, and your mates also have to speak in this moment because it is a conversation between you and your mate. Okay.
We have to include in all of those topics.
Yeah, that's the idea. Well, I'm gonna try to speak this part short a little bit in Spanish. So, el entrevistador presentará un gráfico similar a este o algo así parecido. Entonces, habrá una idea central o una pregunta. Por ejemplo, aquí está una pregunta que hace referencia a lo difícil que puede ser para una persona hacer estos sueños realidad, ¿cierto? Y entonces tenemos alrededor de esta pregunta varios sueños sí, o varias expectativas que las personas se hacen. Y entonces ustedes dos, como son las personas que están en su entrevista, en este momento tendrán 4 minutos para hablar de lo difícil que es hacer estos sueños realidad, los que están alrededor, ¿sí? Pero no hablarlo de una forma muy general porque van a perder mucho tiempo hablándolo de una forma muy general. Entonces,
Porque
van a tratar, ¿sí?
toca hablar de todas las opciones que hay alrededor.
La idea.
Excuse me, tutor, I must leave the class. I have another activity to do in this moment.
Ok, so, dame un minutico y resumimos esto para terminar con la otra parte. Y nos despedimos.
Okay.
¿Sí? Vale. Bueno, entonces, en esta parte de ustedes tratan de hablar en lo posible, de las ideas que están alrededor y tratando de darle una solución a la pregunta central. Ese es el estilo de la conversación que deben tener. ¿Ok? Entonces, no pueden ser un estudiante, o sea, a dedicarse a hablar y hablar sin darle tiempo al otro de que responda o también le haga preguntas. La idea es que sea una conversación en donde los dos muestren sus habilidades de conversación y de speaking. ¿Ok? Y entonces, en la cuarta parte, de acuerdo al tema que usaron o del que el profesor les planteó para que hablaran en esta tercera parte, la cuarta parte de la entrevista sería más preguntas para profundizar el tema. La otra, Marlene, la última. Por ejemplo, aquí les está mostrando más preguntas relacionadas al tema de los sueños y las esperanzas. ¿Para qué? Para profundizar lo que hablaron en la parte anterior. ¿Sí? Pero ya esta parte la va a dirigir el profesor. Y entonces acá tienen que estar muy atentos. ¿Por qué? Porque las preguntas, de pronto el profesor tiene algunas preguntas, pero las preguntas pueden ir cambiando de acuerdo a las opiniones que sus compañeros estén dando. Entonces tienen que estar muy atentos y escuchar lo que su compañero está diciendo, porque la pregunta puede ser relacionada a lo que su compañero dijo. Y entonces aquí también serán 4 minutos. Entonces tienen que estar muy atentos al tiempo, porque el tiempo va a pasar rápido, son solo 15 minutos y en todos esos 15 minutos se van a dividir las 4 partes de la entrevista. La primera parte en la que ustedes les van a hacer preguntas sobre cosas de su entorno, sobre aspectos personales o gustos y esas cosas. La segunda parte, las imágenes. En las imágenes, recuerden, van a describir unas imágenes o van a responder una pregunta específica de acuerdo a esas imágenes. Una persona tendrá 1 minuto y la otra 30 segundos. Y en la segunda sesión de preguntas, a lo contrario, con el tiempo. O sea, quien tuvo 30 segundos tendrá 1 minuto y quien tuvo 1 minuto tendrá 30 segundos. Luego la parte 3, que es la conversación entre los dos estudiantes. ¿Ok? Y de acuerdo al tema que conversaron en esa tercera parte, viene la cuarta pregunta, que serán solo preguntas para profundizar el tema que hablaron, del cual se estableció la conversación. ¿Ok?
Okay,
¿Está todo
teacher.
claro?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Okay, Liliana. Okay, Marlene. So that was all for this encounter. If you have a question or any doubt, you can write me and I'll be checking your doubts and questions. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, girls.
Take
Have a good
a
night.
rest. Take a rest.
Okay. Blessing, Liliana.
Okay, bye, teacher. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye,
Thank
Marlene.
you.
Bye,
Thanks for
Marlene.
your help, Marlene. Bye.